Hi, my name's Jenny Martin and I'm part of the 14th cohort of the Data School at the Information Lab, and I'm also one of the doctor preppers for Prep and Data, where we're going to get the data for our challenge today. So today we're going to be talking about scaffolding data. And if you are unfamiliar with this term, then maybe you're more familiar with the term data densification. It's basically where we're trying to add extra rows into our data to get to sort of a lower level of granularity. And it can be useful in many different ways. The use case that I'll talk about with today's challenge is to do with mobile phone contract lengths and how we would need a row for each month in order to bill our customers rather than just the information about how many months long their contract is. So let's show you the challenge. It is all the way back from 2019 week 3 of Prep and Data. And if we hop over into Tableau Prep, then I'll show you our data sets. So we're working with mobile phone contracts. So we have our name of our individuals, their monthly cost of their contract, the length of their contract, and the start date. So what we want is a row for each month that they have to make that monthly cost from their start date all the way through to the end of their contract, basically. And how do we go about that? Well, we're going to use a scaffold, and this is just, the numbers 1 to 25, 26, 24. And we're going to use a join in order to scaffold this data. So I'm going to drag up my clean 2 to my clean 1 and hit make a join. And Tableau Prep is a bit confused. It hasn't given us any join clauses to join because it can't find any common field names. So we're just going to add a join clause here. What we're going to use is our contract length and the length field, the only field in our scaffold data. And if we just leave this as an equal sign between them, you can see we still only have our 4 rows, and only the contract length that exists over here is included at the moment in the dataset. But look, we can change this equals sign to be different operators, and that will make our data behave differently. So we're going to use, for this example, the greater than or equal to sign. So notice straight away how we've now got 54 rows of data, which is interesting. We can look at our length data set, show only the mismatch values. Oh look, we have no mismatch values between them. So what's happening? Let's take a look at it. If I zoom out and I add a clean step after my join, just to investigate the data a little more, then let's say take the person who has the 6-month contract. There are 6 rows of data now included. So we said that we wanted to join based on the contract length being greater than or equal to the length field. So you can see that we have ended up getting now 6 rows worth of data. It has just sort of repeated the start date, repeated the monthly cost, but we could go ahead and now do a date add on and add a month to each of these rows to get the different dates that we need to bill our customers and our monthly cost. So that's how that's working, which blows my mind still. Like, I've done it 1,000 times with scaffolding data, but it's just so clever to be able to get out those, get all the rows that you need in order to make your calculations a lot simpler. Another great use case for scaffolding data is when you're trying to replicate the functionality of network days in Excel. So that's counting the number of working days, where we exclude bank holidays and we exclude weekends. So it's much easier to get a row for every day that is a working day, scaffold out the data, and then filter out those that are weekends or bank holidays. That's a much easier way to do it than trying to do the calculations all in one row, sort of making use of the skills that we have as data preppers to expand our data and shrink it back down again. So I hope that makes sense why you want to scaffold your data. I hope it makes sense how you scaffold your data. So thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to this channel. Check out our previous video on filtering with a join step, and stay tuned for our next video, which is all about the union step. Thanks for watching.